Okay, but what about us? What about us who don't be doing all that, girl? Hi hoochies, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing this easy, flawless, perfect, never coming off summer makeup. Okay, that was so dramatic, but seriously, like I'm showing you guys like a great summer makeup routine that is just gonna be perfect for anything because it's not gonna come off in the heat. It's not too much to where your face feels super heavy. Oh, and did I mention there's no foundation? You heard me right, girl. No foundation. Look at my face. No foundation. So if you want to see how to get this perfect summer bronzy, just cute look, and then of course just keep on watching. All right, so to start, you guys know I always do my eyebrows first. Y'all have seen me do my eyebrows a million times. I'm using my Benefit brow gel. You definitely want to make sure you have a good brow gel during the summer because the way the heat is set up, girl, you do not want your eyebrows cha-cha sliding all over your face. No ma'am. So please. It's so cold in my house. I have this like cardigan on, which is really funny to me because I'm doing a summer video, but I'm like freezing with a cardigan on. I mean, that's pretty much because I have my AC on full blast because it is literally 1,000 degrees outside. So there's that. Next, I'm gonna take the Beauty Blender concealer. This is their Bounce Concealer. I'm gonna show it to you guys. I have mine in the shade 3.0 or 3.75W, but I also have it in the shade 4.05W. I'm gonna use the 4.05W to carve out my brows, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about this concealer when we get to the skin, because I got a lot to say about it, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit on the back of my hand and then carve out my brows. Okay, so I went ahead and put concealer I just took the concealer all the way down my lid just to make things easier for myself. So, and to prime for shadow. That we're gonna do in a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my Hourglass brow pencil and just lightly fill in my brows. I'm kind of going for this like effortless, pretty, but well put together summer look vibe, you feels me? I mean, I kind of feel like that's kind of my makeup all the time. But I'm gonna use products that I feel like will help our makeup stay and look good for the summer, because that summer heat just ain't no joke, okay? Like, I don't know about y'all, but Atlanta is definitely on a million on the heat scale, okay? It has gotten so hot here the past couple of weeks, and girl. Now that I have the eyebrows on, I'm gonna go straight into skin first before we do the eyes, because the eyes are gonna be super just easy and pretty. To start the skin off, you gotta prime, and you gotta prime good, okay? Because, girl, the way the summer weather be, you do not want your face on the ground. So I'm starting with my Tatcha primer. This is the Silk Canvas primer. Y'all know this has been my jam, okay? So I'm just putting a little bit, or a lot of it, on my face, keeping it pretty much in the center. This is just where I get the most texture, so this is where this primer comes the most in handy for me. Then I'm going to be taking the Milk Hydro Grip Primer because this is going to keep our makeup on all day, I'm telling you, okay? This Hydro Grip, you know, that's not even like the perfect name, okay? Because that's literally what it does. It grips your foundation onto your face, girl. Like, it is not going to come off. So I'm just taking a little bit of that, and again, putting this all over the face. The first primer I focused pretty much on the center of my face, but this one I'm pretty much covering every little ounce of my face with it. Now we can move on to foundation. Well, it's kind of foundation, but I'm actually gonna be using a concealer pretty much all over my face. Here's the thing, okay? You need something perfect but lightweight, but you know, gonna give you the coverage, but not too much because you don't want your face sweating off. So I'm gonna show y'all exactly what to do. Instead of just using a super heavy foundation, plus highlighting and contouring and all of that jazz, we are just gonna use one product for everything because it's just so much easier. Okay, I'm gonna be using the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer. Shout out to them for sponsoring this video. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about it, but I'm also gonna show you how it works. And I'm also gonna be using the original pink Beauty Blender. Make sure you wet it, okay? I've been seeing too many dry beauty blenders online and I don't understand. Wet your sponge. I'm gonna be working with a couple of different shades. I have literally like 4 or 5. Here is what the packaging looks like. It definitely screams beauty blender. It's got the pink base, says beauty blender on it, and you have your shade names along the bottom. So I have a bunch of different shades. So as we use them, I'll share what shades I'm using so you guys know what shades I'm using. I know what you're thinking. Allyiah, are you about to rub this concealer all over your face? Yes and no. So what I'm gonna start with is a shade closest to my skin tone, and I'm just gonna kind of like spot conceal because the good thing about this concealer is that it's lightweight, yet it has a really good full coverage. So you get all the coverage that you need from it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm actually gonna be taking the shade 4.05W, and I am going to be just kind of going in areas where I just have some discoloration. So like around my chin, like pretty much around my mouth, like this area. And we're gonna highlight and stuff as well. But to start, I'm just using this. And I love the applicator on this. It's kind of like one of those larger sized doe foot applicators. So you kind of can get it everywhere. I'm not gonna do my under eyes because I'm gonna use a lighter shade right there. Well, yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit of a lighter shade there. And I like this concealer because when I say it lasts all day, I'm not kidding. Like literally all day. You do not need any touch-ups with this. So you see how I'm just using the butt of the beauty blender and I am bouncing the bounce concealer all out. And look at that. You see how good that looks? Now I'm gonna do more. This is just for this particular area. But you guys see how that particular shade just goes perfect with my natural skin tone? So I'm gonna go ahead and take 4.05 and oh, I have so many, girls, so many. 3.75. Now look, I'm gonna use both of these for my under eyes just to kind of brighten this area up. Now, you guys don't put too much, okay? Because when I tell you a little bit of this goes a very, very long way, like I'm not kidding. You don't need a lot at all. They're telling you like, girl, one swipe is plenty, okay? And they're not lying, like. So as you guys can see, this shade is just a little bit brighter. So I'm gonna put that under the eyes just to kind of brighten up this area. I'm also gonna put a little bit down my nose, like just a little bit though, so. Boop, boop, boop. So now when I do my under eyes, I like to take the side of the beauty blender and just press that all in like this. Like, do you see how smooth and just, look at my under eye. Girl. Now I'm also gonna take that well, let me finish out blending my concealer. I've been getting ahead of myself, girl. So I'm just gonna continue to blend this out. All right here under my eye. It just looks so good, and it's just, who doesn't love being able to do your makeup with like one product? It's a whole lot easier than using like a bajillion, you know? And the less you put on, girl, the less will melt off in the sun. And like I said, beauty blender, like this concealer, this bounce concealer, literally, I'm not kidding. When it says lasts all day, it lasts all day. Like I'm not even, no sponsor, like I know I'm sponsored, but like for real, y'all will see me. If you've been watching my Instagram lives, then you know I've been using it and you know I like it. So, and none of that was sponsored. All right, so I'm gonna take that shade again, the 4.05, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in this area, like underneath where I would contour. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna take the butt again and just kind of blend this out. Don't judge my lace, y'all. It matches my bronzer. When I put my bronzer on, you'll see it'll look fine. I am a mess, girl. Okay, so our next part is to bronze. I am gonna use this concealer just to kind of bring some warmth to the face. So I have the shade 4.15W, and this is what I'm gonna use to bronze up a little bit. So I'm gonna start with my forehead. What I'm actually gonna do is put it in the back of my head. I thought I was gonna put it directly on my head, but then I was like, bro, that is not a good idea. So what I'm gonna do is take the butt of the sponge, and I'm gonna dip it into that concealer just a little bit. And then I'm gonna pop it around the perimeter of my forehead. I kind of got a lot. And in the hollows of my cheeks. And this is just going to give us, you know, our contour bronzer, whatever you wanna call it, all of that. And I like to use the butt instead of like the side, like how I did for the concealer, because it just has a bigger surface area and I can get that proper bounce that I need for this. For my bronzer, I like it to be blown out. So that's how I need to treat it, okay? So I'm gonna pick up a little bit more for my cheek. Oop, a little too much. And to be honest, I could have even went with a little bit of a darker bronzer shade, but this is perfect. Like, it's not bad. This is nice and natural. you know, in case you don't want to go too crazy. But y'all know me, I love me some bronzer. Bronzer and blush, that's Allyiah's thing, girl. And then I'm gonna take a little bit around my chin. I don't like to do cream bronzer around my nose. It just gets a little messy in my opinion. So I just keep this for like the bigger parts of the face. All right, girls, so now that your skin is super duper smooth with only one layer, because you guys seen, that's what I liked about doing this for the summertime, is that you don't have a whole layer of foundation on. Then on top of your foundation, you're putting concealer. Then you're putting this. With this, it's literally just the concealer in the areas that you need it, and then the bronzing concealer in the areas that you need it. So you just have one layer across the face. So when you outside and you hot, you don't got all that melting. You get what I'm saying? And this lasts, I just don't understand. So I'm gonna be taking my Huda Beauty powder. I'm also gonna be using my sponge, taking it on the side, and I'm gonna set all the like lighter highlighted areas, the lighter concealed areas, if you will. I also really like this concealer because it sets down to like a really nice, like semi-matte like texture. I don't know how to explain it. It's not too dry. Like it doesn't dry down to where it's like sucking the life out of your skin, but it dries down to a nice texture, so it's not super wet either. And you know, it also has hyaluronic acid and peptides in it, which is supposed to help plump your skin, okay? So we love supple. Oh, and it also comes in 40 different shades. Yeah, you heard me right. How many? 40. Like, girl, you're gonna find a shade. Like 40 shades, you're gonna find one. So once I've got the highlighted parts of my face set, I'm gonna set the rest of my face. And I like to use my Too Faced Born This Way powder in the shade Latte. I'm looking for a brush if you're wondering why I'm looking at my desk, because I'm like, where's my brush? So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this and just kind of set pretty much my cheeks is basically where I'm setting with this. And then we're gonna go in with a powdered bronzer just to kind of bring everything up a notch. I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This is in the shade 3Tan. If you watched my most recent vlog, then you've seen when I purchased this, and I love it, you guys. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M527 brush and just apply this to the face like normal. So pretty much just all of the perimeter. Oh, girl, I need to glue my wig back down right there. That is on me. All right, so now that I'm done with the bronzer, I need to pin my hair back. Like, why did I not do that? But it's okay. Now that I'm done with the bronzer, I'm gonna take my beauty blender into a little bit of that Huda powder, like just a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of clean up, just like that. Right there. And then just kind of tap it in, blow it away. I'm also gonna contour my nose with this bronzer as well. Let me hold the mirror a little closer because, girl, I can't see. And I'm just running that along the sides of my nose. So now we need some blush. Y'all know I love a good blush. For my blush, I'm gonna be using the Cover FX blush in the shade Pink Dahlia. I'm gonna tap my brush in there and just, I'm gonna mix both the colors and just pop it on my cheeks. And then to finish off the skin for the most part, I'm gonna take the Morphe Continuous Spray and just get my skin really good. And this is just gonna kind of help everything that we put on just kind of melt together and look really good. I'm gonna take my sponge again and just tap that into the skin. You can also tap it in with like a paper towel or something, but I feel like the sponge is better, but you know, we can move up to the eyes. I'm going to go into the Huda Beauty Nude Medium Palette. Look like this. Ooh, rude. It looks like this. So I'm gonna be doing like a bronzy eye. I just think that screams summer personally. So I'm taking this Black Beauty brush number B11 and I'm gonna go into this shade and this shade. I'm kind of mixing them together to get like the perfect crease shade. And then I'm gonna put this in the crease, the outer corner crease area. So I'm just packing it down and then blending it out. It actually is a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. Oh girl, whoa. That means I don't have to go in with another darker shade because I thought I was totally gonna have to. I'm taking a bigger, fluffier brush just to kind of blend the edges so it's not so high up. You guys know I don't really like to take my shadow too far up to the brow. And then I'm just gonna do the same to the other eye, mixing those two shades really well. That's the only thing about mixing shades too. It's like, what if you don't mix the same amount for the other eye. It'd be looking different. And then you're like, what? Great. So now that I've got that all blended out, y'all, this is such an easy eye look, but when I tell you it is stunning, I'm gonna take this new Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Smoky Shadow. If you watch my vlog, you seen when I got these, and I was super excited about it, and I'm gonna use them. I was like, I cannot wait to use that. So I have this one in the shade Sunrise, number 12, and I'm just gonna rub this all over the lid. So I'm gonna try to lean in a little bit so you guys can see. And literally, I'm just drawing it on like a marker. It makes it really easy to apply, like that. So you see how that just, you guys see it, right? Then I'm gonna take that same brush and just kind of blend the edges out so everything is nice and seamless. So pretty. I was like, I gotta show them these little smoky eyeliner pencil things. I was like, cause this to me, I like stuff like this, especially during the summertime, because they're just easy and pretty. Like they're so beginner friendly. Like you don't have to be spectacular at makeup to make them look good. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and I feel like now with everybody being amazing at eyeshadow and stuff, it's kind of like, okay, but what about us? What about us who don't be doing all that, girl, but we just still want some cute eyeshadow? Where is the stuff for us? It's right here, boo. It's right here. So that's all I'm gonna do for the eyes. Well, for that part of the eyes. So to finish off the eyes, you guys know me, I'm gonna be doing my little inner corner flicks. I'm using my House Labs liner to do so. So I'm just tilting my head down and just like that. Even for my summer looks, I have to do it, you guys. I just love what it does for my eye shape. But let me tell you what you have to do. Cake on this bottom mascara, okay? It is something about like just, ooh, lashes on the bottom of your eye. It just makes you look so good. So do it, okay? Put a lot on. I'm gonna be using the Essence mascara that I got also in my last vlog. If I could find it. Oh, it's behind my bronzer. So this is the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes Smudge Proof Volumizing and Defining Mascara. Do you guys see the bottom lashes just lashing? Girl, popping out, okay? Let me comb out my lash extensions. What? Girl, why is my hair in my spoolie? So I'm just gonna brush these with my spoolie so they're nice and fluffed out the way they should be. Lash extensions are definitely a summertime must, you guys. Like, I'm not kidding. You need them. So hopping back up to the face really quick, I'm gonna apply a highlighter. I'm gonna use the Dior number 3. It looks like this. It is so gorgeous. Like, y'all, if you've never tried a Dior highlighter, highly would recommend if you're a highlighter kind of girl. I put a little too much on, but it'll be okay. And then the last thing you need is setting spray. And I know what you're thinking. You were probably thinking that Morphe was the setting spray, but no, that spray was to just kind of melt everything together. Now we're gonna set. So for setting spray, I'm using the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face setting spray. Now when I tell y'all, this is literally hairspray in a can, okay? I don't care what nobody said. This is hairspray in a can, but when I tell you it worked, your face will be on all day. Summertime is not affecting you. This is going to keep you together. So that's what we're gonna put on. Shake well. Take a deep breath before, girl, because you will not be able to breathe once you spray this. Woo! And then, of course, we're just going to finish it off with the lips. I'm going to be using ColourPop's at BFF2. I'm just going to line my lips. And for lipstick, I'm going to be using Make Out Break from Fenty. You guys know this is my go-to summer nude right now, okay? It is just so pretty. Like, I'm telling you, you need it. Get it. And then lastly, a gloss to top it all off. I'm using Pat McGrath's Love Potion. It's a really pretty light pink. So let me put some jewelry on and fix my hair, and I'm gonna come back so you guys can see just like, you know, the effect. Alrighty, you guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy summer flawless makeup tutorial with no foundation. Okay, I mean, you can call it a foundation if you want, but as far as I'm concerned, all I used was concealer. So don't forget to check out Beauty Blender's Bounce Concealer. I'm going to have all the links and everything to everything I use down below so you guys can check it out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And of course, watch another video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. My love is your love. Your love is my love.